Hi everyone, it's Sabryn and welcome to episode 3 of the SabrynKnits knitting podcast. So today I am back with another knitting podcast. It's been a little over a month since I last did a knitting podcast. This podcast is it might be all over the place because I did not take any notes or outlines because it's been busy. I'm about to leave for California in a couple of days, so I am just winging it at this point. There's a lot to talk about, I've gotten some more acquisitions. I have casted on so many things. Like I should not have done it, but I did it anyways. And there's just a lot, and I made myself overwhelmed because of it, which, that's on me. It's my fault, but I don't know. I just got so excited. I'm like, I'm gonna do something different because I've been working on a lot of the same things since even the very first podcast that I did. So it's been that's been 3 months. So I just think I was just wanted something new. But with that, I also have a couple of FOs that I want to show. So let's get started. First up, we'll just start with the typical finished objects first. I do have three finished objects. So I'll tell you the first one, which is what I'm wearing. I have finished my Monday sweater by Petite Knit, and I'm so happy with it. I love the color. Like, this lighting is showing it off perfectly. I'm so happy I finished it. That was one of my goals, to finish this before I did my next podcast with you guys. The color is so good. I just love it so much. I don't even know what to say. I think I did really well with the tubular bind off. See some. It's where I connected it. But overall, I think I really did a good job on it. I used Sandisgarn Tin Peergynt and then the Sandisgarn Tin Silk Mohair, both in the color Blue Fog. I think the color number was 7720 for both, so they matched. After my kind of fail with the Cumulus blouse with the all over mohair, I was worried about this because I did have, there has mohair in it, and I was worried it was just me overly sensitive with mohair because I can't even wear that one. It's just overall too itchy, and then I also don't like the fit, which adds to all the problems with it. But this, when I first put it on, I was like, oh no, this is real itchy. But in the end, I got used to it, and it's very warm and comfortable. I love how it looks. I think I could maybe show you guys. It's so, the yarn went so well together, and the way it knit up, it made everything look so even. It looks like a store-bought sweater, in my opinion, not to toot my own horn. But it's so good. The folded collar looks really nice. This is my first thing I've knit besides the Cumulus blouse. I feel like I don't even want to count that. But this one is my first non-turtleneck sweater. Because I guess I've had mock necks, but this is the lowest one I've knit, I think. And I really like it. It's still super warm. I did do increases, kind of folded because I blocked it, but I tried to do the increases, which weren't that hard, but I think I'm finding that I should only do, I forget how many were in the pattern, how many decreases. I think I should do a couple less than what Petite Knit recommends, just because I kind of like a more open sleeve. I guess this isn't super tight. I should take that back. So I think maybe the problem was I didn't knit long enough, because when I'm just like this is where it hits. Like a little past my wrist, but I do like when it's like over my sleeve, like I have to push them down. But I think I could have knit like a little bit more, and yes, I could go back, but that's not happening. That's not happening. So this is what I came up with. I mean, I have really no complaints about it. I really love it. I'm so excited to wear it for the winter, even in the fall. I think it's a nice thinner sweater, because some of the ones I have are just really thick, made of wool. And I know this is Norwegian wool, but it's in fingering weight, so that's helpful. And I think that's it for this one. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I just really enjoy the color. I can't get over the color. I love it so much. I love blue in general anyways. That's my favorite color. But this is like a nice greenish blue. And the way the mohair looks on it, I mean, I don't even know if I could show you guys. Oh yeah. That focus is amazing. Yes. So I love it so much. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy with it. So that's it for this one. I don't want to drag on. There's nothing much to say. I mean, I love Petite Knits patterns. They're easy to understand, easy to follow. So I didn't have any problems with this, except that I was working on it for so long that I was ready to finish up. So I was pushing myself to do the sleeves. Sleeves are the worst when I have to do them on magic loop. Like, I do enjoy magic loop. I don't love it. I like how it makes things way easier instead of finding a shorter cable so you can knit the sleeves. But I feel like it just adds way more time to how long you knit the sleeves. But it's not a huge deal. But I did push myself. I had to push myself really hard to just prioritize this so I could finish it. And I did. And I'm very happy with the outcome. Okay, moving on. Another finished object. I'm not going to stand up because I'm wearing them. They are the Cozy Cotton Shorts by Knits by Autumn. It was a test knit, but I am so happy with how they turned out. I am wearing them right now. I am not going to stand up and show them because I did knit them a little shorter than I kind of intended. And then cotton, when you're wearing cotton, it tends to stretch out. So these are a little kind of like messed up now. But what I can do is put a picture. I posted a couple of pictures on Instagram of them along with my Monday sweater as well. I just love them so much. The pattern was so easy to understand. It was simple. I was a little nervous because you do have to sew in an elastic band, which I'd never done before. And it was a thick one too. So in order for it to go round, for you to knit it, fold the cotton and knit the elastic into it, you have to first sew the elastic band together so it sticks. I don't know how to sew. So I just literally, I did what felt right. As long as the band stayed together and felt secure, I just kept sewing at whatever which way. Like, it's a mess, but I guess I could have looked up on YouTube how to do it, but I was just like, you know what, whatever. I had to buy a whole like sewing kit, which will come in handy for other things too eventually. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. These are genuinely so nice and comfy. I do, however, have a complaint about the yarn, which it's not a big complaint because I used Lily Sugar and Cream cotton worsted. I used the cones, and it's really tough to work with. Like, there's no stretch in the cotton. It's like really, really rough. And then you have all this stuff on your hands after, which was like, it would get in my nose and stuff, and it was really bothersome. But when it knits up, the material is really nice. I just think I'm definitely going to be knitting more pairs of this, but I think I'm going to use another cotton worsted yarn. I just don't know what yet, but I'm sure there's some out there that are definitely softer and easier to work with and knit up faster. I think because it was so thick, it was so hard to knit that it kind of slowed me down a bit. But overall, it wasn't bad. Like, you can knit these up in like a couple of days. They're so nice and easy. And the next pair I knit, I will definitely be knitting them a little longer because I didn't take into consideration when I sit and how they'll ride up. So I'm gonna do that next time. But I just wear them around the house, so it's not like I'm going out in them, so it's fine. But I've been wearing them all the time, so I'm very happy with them. This could be wrong. The pattern comes out August 4th, I believe, if that's correct. It's in August, beginning of August, I know that, but I'm like pretty positive it's the 4th. And then if you're interested, definitely buy this pattern. It's so nice. You should definitely knit these up, and you can knit them really cheap. Like, I bought all of the materials that I used for it, I bought on Amazon. Not expensive at all. It doesn't have anything to do with like the shorts, but the tester call came out for the matching hoodie right after the shorts. Like, I got selected to be a test knitter for the shorts, and I was like, I have to do the matching hoodie because I have been following Autumn, and she would like post pictures of it. It looks so cozy. I'm like, I need you to have a pattern for this outfit because it's so cute. Like, I needed it, and now my dreams are coming true. And you know, it's so great. It's so great. So that test knit is currently, I literally just cast it on, and I think the end date is end of August, but I am using the same yarn as the shorts, the same color. I'm not going to switch it up. I want it to be matching, like white hoodie, white shorts, and yeah, it should knit up super fast as well. So it's on 5mm needle. I cannot speak. It's on 5mm needles. and so they'll knit up pretty quick. The shorts were knit 4.5 millimeter needles, so that they also were fine. But I definitely want to like continue to knit matching sets of this, so I'm very happy that I also got selected for that test knit. So Autumn, I don't know if you're watching this, I don't know if you watch podcasts, but thank you so much for choosing me. I'm so happy, and I'm so excited to finish my hoodie as well. Okay, last one. It's already been 18 minutes. Okay, I gotta hurry up. So the last finished object is kind of half. I did, however, I forgot to mention that the socks I knit last podcast, they're already gifted to my sister, and I didn't take any pictures of them, but you saw the first one that I had finished. So if you haven't seen that and you want to, go back on my second episode and you should see one of the socks finished, because I was in the middle of the second one. Now, these ones are for my mom, and I just finished the first sock, and this is also in Urban Girl Yarns. The color is, what is it? Skyline Pigeon. And I just thought it was so pretty. My mom, her favorite color is blue. So I was like, I have to get this. And this is my second pair of socks that I've knit. But I really like sock knitting. Like, I really do. So let me just be quiet so I can show you what this is. So I knit this up. I finished the first sock, and I love the colors. So pretty. It's, you never know with hand-dyed yarns how it's gonna knit up, but I really like how it looks. The main color, you know, it's got that undertone of light blue throughout it. So I love the color. And I did something different. I did use the same pattern for this one as I did with my pair for my sister. The 9-inch circular vanilla sock by the Crazy Sock Lady. And I think because I'm getting used to knitting socks now, my gauge is definitely looser, which is good, because the ones that I gave to my sister were a little tight, but once I blocked them, they were way better. So for my mom, I decided to do a 2x2 rib instead of a 1x1, and it's definitely way stretchier. So once I block them, they should be good. And I did the heel flap and gusset. And definitely this isn't as tight as I did it the first time because it was new to me. So this should be easier to put on, hopefully. But yeah, one sock is finished. I have casted on the second one. So that's what I try to do. I know people have a lot of second sock syndrome issues, but I am determined because I have bought a lot of sock yarn. Hasn't come in yet, but that's like my thing now. It's just a nice continuous cast on to or whip to have like in your collection, I guess. They're really easy. So, and they're so small, and I just really enjoy them. And then you can also wear them in the end, obviously. But for me, I guess the 2 pairs I've knit so far, or I guess I should say 1.5 pairs I knit so far, have been for my mom and my sister. I haven't knit anything for myself, but I am in the process of knitting myself some socks, which I'll show you in my whips section. So I am also knitting these on the 2.25 millimeter needles, the 9-inch circulars. So that is the sock. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Okay, I don't really know how I'm gonna do this. I have no plan. I'm going to do, obviously, next up, which is works in progress. And I have many, and I literally have not counted how many I have. Some you have seen before, and some are new. So I'll get started. I don't know which one to pick first. Okay, this is random, by the way. I just got my nails done today, which I love them. However, I'm a little worried about my knitting and how that's going to affect it. And I tried to make sure they weren't like super long. We'll see. It just might take some practice. I know the copy dolls, Kahila and Kalila, they have fake nails on, and I see them knitting and I'm like, how do you do that so fast? They're just like with their nails. I think they have longer nails than me, but they're just like good at everything, I feel like. They're just, anytime they put their minds to something and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna learn it, and that's it. And they do it, and they do it well. But sorry, I got off track. Whips, let's continue. So I'll just show you the first one, which is still not done. And if you've been with me since the beginning, which, you know, hasn't been that long ago, but, you know, this is my, actually, I gotta get it first. 1 second. This is my Cumulus tee. Yes, again, I know. I'm just not done with it. And let me tell you something. If you watch Knits, Amy, I believe is her name, her podcast, she casted this on when I casted mine on, and she's finished with hers because she's more dedicated. But she even said it's just really, it's just a lot of knitting, especially on small needles. So I'm struggling with the body. Once I get to the sleeves, because I'm not knitting them as long as the pattern says, I'm going to do them a little shorter. So that shouldn't be a problem. But I am struggling. I am on the struggle bus with the body. And I know, look, I've gotten up. Excuse the squeaky chair. So this is what I have so far. I've gotten a lot done. I know I have maybe 5 or 6 centimeters left, I think. I don't know. I haven't measured it since a couple days ago, and I have knit on it quite a bit since then. But I really love how it's turning out. Like, this definitely will be something I wear often. I'm just procrastinating with it because it's so, as they say, it's a slog. Definitely. So, you know, still on that. I'm not talking any more about it because y'all know I've talked about it already in both podcasts so far, and that's it with that one. Moving on. The next one I'll mention, I'm not going to show it because literally I have not worked on it since I casted it on, and I've done a couple of inches and that's it. I haven't worked on it since. That is my Dorney Sweater by Rebecca Clow of the Crayabea, and it looks the same as it did last time, and I'm not going to show it. It's just sitting there because I haven't been prioritizing it, which I should be. But you know what? In my head, I was like, oh no, let's just cast on more and more things and not finish what you already have started prior to these cast-ons, if that makes any sense. I'm excited to finish it. I just haven't gotten to it, and I know I should. So I feel like soon I am going to like continue and really focus on that. But first and foremost, I need to focus on my Cumulus tee, because that just needs to be done. I need to get off the needles. I really do. Alrighty. So a couple of these are baby knits, which of course I have been like doing the small little, last time I showed the baby hat and the mittens. So my sister-in-law, she is currently pregnant, and it will be due in January. or I guess I should say he, because we found out the gender finally. So now I can focus on what to knit, because I think that's what I was just waiting for, to figure out, okay, what could I focus on with clothes? If it's a boy or a girl, but it's a boy. So I think that's what like got me motivated to cast on something, especially because it's due in January. It's the perfect time where I can knit him all the sweaters, and I just love it. Okay, so I'll show you the first one. So this was kind of a last minute thing. I had no idea what I was gonna do, and I just picked a pattern. So I know I'm supposed to be, I told you in my first podcast, either video, I'm gonna knit myself a Moby sweater by Petite Knit. And I have all that stuff, but I haven't cast it on yet. But I figured out I have had enough like baby yarn to knit the baby a Moby sweater. And I have baby yarn in another color where I'm gonna knit his big brother a matching one as well. And then I'm gonna be knitting myself one, so we'll all just have matching sweaters, and it's just gonna be so cute. Nobody can stop me. This is what I have so far. I'm on the body. I've gotten a bit done for casting it on last week. Yeah, last week. And this is what I have so far. It's so cute. Oh, it's so small. Show you the detailing. I know the cables aren't perfect, but for this being my first all over cable sweater, and I know I'm doing the Dorney one, the Dorney sweater, but that just has a consistent cable to it. This has a bunch of stuff going on. No stockinette, none of that. So when I first started the back piece, I realized right here, it is, I don't know what happened, but it is askew. One could say. It is, something went wrong, and I don't know what, but I literally I was like, I am not going back and fixing that, because it's in the back. Nobody's gonna notice. It's for a baby. And the front looks great, so I'm leaving it at that. I'm just like, I hate frogging things, I really do, and going back, and nobody's gonna notice, except if you're a knitter. Nobody around me knits, as I said before. Nobody's gonna really know and understand that it's supposed to be consistent throughout, so it's fine. I am using Barocco, however you say it, vintage baby yarn, in the color, it's a beige color. I know they don't have names for that. There's a number, maybe I'll put it in the description box. But I love this color, I really do. I think it's really goes well with the pattern. Super cute. I can't wait till it's finished. This is my first baby garment. I know I've done the little hats and stuff, but it's so cute, and I just cannot wait till it's finished. Then I think I should be casting on next my first nephew, his Moby sweater, so we'll have matching sweaters. And that one is going to be in a gray, the vintage baby yarn by Barocco. And I showed it in my last podcast with the acquisitions, the gray. So I had the perfect amount for each sweater, and I was like, I have to, because I was gonna do the melange, I don't know, I think it's Melange sweater by Petite Knit, but it took up way more yarn than this. And I was really surprised because this is all over cable, but that one took a lot, and it's just marled, I believe. So I don't know. My calculations, that's what I got, and now this is happening, and I'm not mad about it. So that is my first baby knit. I only have one more. I don't have a lot on. I was in the middle of knitting a sock for the baby, but I think I'm gonna frog that because the pattern I'm using is a free pattern, and it's just really confusing. And I didn't like how I was knitting it really tight, and I knit the leg part too long. So I think I'm just gonna frog it and redo it and do the Sunday socks by Petite Knit, because they look nice and looser and comfy for the baby. So that's the plan for that. And next, I've got a baby blanket. It's what I have so far. I can't remember which side is the right side. I mean, it's a blanket, so either way. I got my little... Gotta weave in those ends. They're all on the side, mainly over here. But this is, what is it? The Clary sweater? The Clary baby blanket. One second, I gotta find it to make sure I'm doing it right. Yes, the Clary baby blanket pattern. And I forget, I don't know the designer's name. Maybe I'll put it under here, or I will put it in the description box. You guys can find out who the designer is. But I, so far, am having a really nice time doing it. I like how the border is garter stitch, and then texture is in the middle. And she does, and her pattern suggests 3 colors, but I just decided to do 2 and just get more of the gray color. So far, so good. I'm very happy with it. This kind of looks like a brownish gray, actually. This is what it is. Oh, there we go. Forgot I have to block my face. I don't know. Like when it's wound up like this, it doesn't look super brown, but like when you look at it here, it's very a brownish gray. So I don't know, but I think it'll be a really good baby blanket. It's not, my sister-in-law isn't a very she doesn't like bright colors for the baby. She likes like the beiges and the neutrals, which is fine with me. Like I'm with her on that because it's just easier because I wouldn't know what colors, even though I know I don't want everything to be blue. So this is a safe color, I think. Just grays and beiges and whites and any other neutral you could possibly think of. But yeah, so far so good. I have been like really prioritizing this. I literally just casted this on a couple days ago, I think. I've gotten a lot done. And to let you know, this would be part of my acquisitions, but I guess I won't bring them up in the acquisitions part, which I don't have many right now because I have bought a lot, but none of it has come in yet. So I only have a few things of yarn. But this, what I'm using, let me get them. I did a big order from Sun Yarn Studios on Etsy because they sell drops and they have really good deals with like, you buy a certain amount and you get free shipping, and they're so fast with their shipping. I love them. So you should check out their store on Etsy if you want yarns that aren't very accessible. They sell Segnus yarn too. yeah, just check them out. They have sales sometimes, which is nice if you're interested. But I got Drops Paris in the white, dye lot, or color 16. Yeah, color 16, which is just, you know, white. And then the other one is the gray that I showed you, and that is color 23. So I'm using those together. Main color is this, the gray, and then this is a transition color that I've been using for like in between. So far, I love Drops Paris. I love it. I was worried because it's another cotton yarn, 100% cotton. And you know, with my experience with the Lily Sugar and Cream cotton, I was like, and it's worsted. This is worsted as well. So I was like, oh no, am I gonna have the same experience? But it is way softer, way softer. And I think my next pair of shorts is gonna be in Drops Paris. And I believe one of the other testers, her name's Paige, I think her Instagram is the knitting page. She also has a podcast that I watch, which is really nice. I love it. I think her shorts she knit, they were blue. I believe she knit them in Drops Paris. I know in her last podcast sorry, there's like a fly or a gnat flying around. I believe she used that. She mentioned it in her podcast. I can't remember. I think she did, which she knit these up super fast. I think she was like the first one that finished the shorts, but now I completely understand why she finished it, because this is so soft and easy to knit with that I would have knit these up, my shorts up way faster if I use this yarn. So next time, that's the yarn I'm using for my cozy cotton shorts. So if you want to check the knitting page out too, she's not a newer podcaster, but maybe she is. Maybe a couple months before me she started, but I love watching her videos. Her Instagram is at the knitting page, I believe, so you should check her out too. That is it. That is it, yes, for baby whips, technically. So my next whip, I think I have 2 more. Why do I feel like I acted like I had so many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, I have 6 whips, so yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so next one, let's just continue. I am knitting myself a pair of socks. I started so these are the penny socks by Petite Knit, and so far so good. It's just 1x1 ribs, super easy, and I am shocked by how stretchy it is. Like the other, and it's definitely because this has more nylon, the yarn has more nylon in it than the one I'm using for the other socks. It's 90% superwash merino and 10% nylon. This is 75%, yeah, 75% wool, 25% nylon. So it's, I don't know, it's knitting up way nicer. These might be a little loose, but I'm excited because they're going to be really comfy. I love the color too, which is fun. Those yellows, and I don't know if it's showing. It's like more, there are purple hues in there. The undertone of the whole colorway is pink though. I think it's So this is, let me just tell you what the yarn is. So this is Poppy and Spruce Fibers. I had showed this as an acquisition last episode. This is Lavender Pink Lemonade, I believe. Hold on, I wanna know. I don't know if that's even right. I was right, okay. So, oh no. Okay, got it back in. Yes, Lavender Pink Lemonade. This is by Poppy and Spruce Fibers. And it was something fun that she did, just a random thing. And she had sock sets, but I only got this. And I definitely wanted to knit up socks with it. I thought it was so pretty. And this is gonna knit out pretty fast, I think. Because I casted this on also like 2 days ago. So I'm excited to have these for myself, finally. A pair of socks that I've knit and I can wear them. So that's another whip. Last whip, I think. Yes, this is my last whip I have to show you. And you know, I don't know why, I cannot remember. I don't think I casted this on yet by my second episode. And I didn't bother looking back on it to see if I showed it. You know what? No, I didn't, because I was showing you the yarn that I had bought, which was an acquisition. I hadn't. Anyways, that you don't care about that. This next whip is something I'm so excited about. First of all, shout out to Poppy and Spruce Fibers again. I love her yarn. I signed up for her homegrown yarn club. I did the 6-month thing. So, and the first skein should be coming in today. It's out for delivery, but I was like, I should just start this podcast anyway, even though it hasn't come in. So you won't be able to see that, but I'm so excited to actually see it. I might post a picture. But yeah, I'm so excited that she's doing that, because I'm going to be with those. I just did the spruce socks, so I'm going to be knitting up socks with that. I think there's going to be a lot of green, obviously, like green hues, colors, stuff like that, so it's going to be interesting. I'm not a person that gravitates towards green, so I like how I'm going to be surprised and I don't have to pick. It's just, it's fun. It's my first yarn club, so pretty excited. Okay, but this is the yarn. I brought her up again because this is the yarn that I had bought from her fast food coffee collection. And this cake is falling apart. The color is Frosted Coffee. And this is it caked up. I just showed you in the hank. I think so the lighting is washing. This looks better. If I go back here, it's really, if I go closer, it's like blowing it out a little bit, but this is the color. It's like a nice brown, light brown. So I'm using that, and I decided, I didn't really know, I knew I was gonna use it as a sweater. It's in their Spruce DK. I am very happy with how it's turning out so far. It's knitting up super fast because of the DK weight yarn, and I'm using 5mm needles. And I guess I should tell you the pattern. The pattern I decided on for this yarn was the sweater number 6. Not right, let me say that again. Sweater number 26 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And I was like, I really wanted to knit that pattern. And I was like, maybe I should just go for it and do my frosted coffee. So this is what I have so far. It's big. It's very oversized, which I'm in love with. This is what I have so far. It's scrunched up. And just by looking at this in the lighting, it's not pulling at all, really. This is my first time knitting a garment with hand-dyed yarn. And I was worried about pulling, and I haven't alternated skeins. I think one day I will do that, but I'm just lazy. And it's just another thing added. I just want to knit it up and see what happens, kind of thing. But it's looking really good. So I'm very happy with how it's turned out. I think we'll see. I have added, or I'm almost done with like one ball of yarn, so I'm gonna add another one. We'll see if maybe there's like a pull and any pooling for the sweater. Hopefully if I add that new ball there won't be any more pooling, but we'll see. I don't think I'm that bothered by it either. I'm really enjoying this color. I'm on the body, which should knit up really fast. There we go. You can see it in all its glory. The sleeves are gonna be huge, which is great. So I did get gauge almost. I think I almost hit it. So I wasn't too worried about the fitting. I know there was already supposed to be a lot of positive ease with this one, so I was fine. I really didn't care that much. But so far it looks like it's gonna be nice and cozy and oversized, and I'm so excited. The way this yarn is knitting up is so pretty. It's making me want to buy more from that collection because it's such a good collection. I love all the colors in it. I'm happy with what I chose, but I'm so tempted to buy more. But yeah, that's sweater number 26. This is my first time doing my favorite things knitwear patterns. So far, so good. I mean, her patterns are really nice. And also what makes the experience even better is the yarn. Definitely check her out. If you like hand-dyed yarns, she's on Etsy at Poppy and Spruce Fibers. Her yarn is so pretty. She has a couple of spring collection yarns, but the main thing is the fast food coffee collection. And I believe that's still open. I don't think she's getting rid of it. But I'm sure she's going to be coming out with more collections sometime. I don't know, but definitely check her out. Follow her on Instagram. She's very sweet and makes great yarn colors, and quality of the yarn is really nice. I like how it's very stretchy and it's really nice to knit with. Okay, so those are my whips. Now we can finally move on to acquisitions. So of course I showed you the Drops Paris. Those are acquisitions. My first yarn colorway for the Homegrown Yarn Club by Poppy and Spruce Fibers is coming in today, so I'm excited. That's an acquisition. If I haven't already started knitting it up, by next time I'll show it to you. But either way, if it's in cake form, I'll still show it to you guys. I guess technically the Lily Sugar and Cream is an acquisition. This is the cone. It's just, I got the white one because I liked how the outfit looked with the hoodie and the cozy cotton shorts. But it was really cheap on Amazon, and yeah, that's something else I bought. And the last couple, I'm so excited. Explorer Knits was having their summer market update. Yeah, summer market update. And I was like, I've heard so many great things about Explorer Knits. I've heard like so many good things, how it knits up. I know Ari Knits. I love her podcast. She always has Explorer fibers, and what she knits up, it's so pretty. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it because there's an update. So I ended up buying a couple of things, and first of all, I didn't go into it prepared for how fast people are in getting their yarn, because I wanted a certain like sage green color. I even forget the name of it. and it was gone instantly. So I ended up getting 2 colorways. One is a t-shirt quantity, so my plan is to knit the T number 1, I think, by My Favorite Things Knitwear. I'll show you these before I start telling you my plans with them. So I got this color. It is Karma Chameleon, and I didn't know how popular this was. I just liked the color, and I was like, okay, I'll get it. And it's so pretty. I got it in the Cashmere Cavern sock. So it's so, this is my first time knitting with like a yarn that has cashmere in it, or buying it, because I haven't knit anything yet. It's 435 yards per 100 grams, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It is so nice. I cannot wait to knit. I'm knitting socks with this because I only got one. It is so, oh, look at that color. It's just so beautiful. Like, oh. I love it because, I mean, it does have blues and pinks in there. What does it remind me of? Like the oranges remind me of a orange sherbet. And I don't know. I think it's so pretty. They're gonna look, I cannot wait to see how they knit up in sock form. So you can see there's a lot of the oranges down here. I'm awful at describing colors. There are some people who know just what to say and what colors are here, but I'm just like, wow, it's so pretty. It's blue. It's got orange in it. And but anyways, I do like all the colors you could possibly think of, but kind of muted. It's not over the top, like super, super bright. It's got muted tones. It's got that green in there, which is super pretty. I don't know. To some people, this might be bright colors, but it's so soft. I cannot wait. These are gonna be socks for myself. It's got cashmere in it, and I paid for this. These are for me. So that's just how it's gonna be. And yeah, this is my first one. I don't know when I'm going to start these, but it's on my list of socks to knit. And so the last acquisition, for this one, I got a t-shirt quantity, and this is called Alto Stratus. And it is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards per 100 grams. And this is the famous yarn base by them, Denali sock. I believe everybody loves it, and I understand why. I haven't knit with it yet, but the feeling of them, they're so, I got it in a gray, and I thought it'd make a perfect t-shirt, so that's what I'm doing. And look at that gray. Like, so I got 3 hanks, 3 skeins, and I can't wait. I am trying to pace myself because if I can't cast on another thing, not right now. I gotta finish things. So that's something I can look forward to. This color really stood out to me because it is gray. It depends on the lighting though. Some lighting it looks like a dark gray, and then others it's like a silver. It's so, like this looks, because of the lighting, it looks really silver. If I maybe go back a little bit, it looks a little darker. But in person, you can obviously really tell. T-shirt's gonna be so nice in it. And I know it's superwash merino, but I'm cold a lot, so it'll be fine if it's a t-shirt. So those are all my acquisitions. Let's see, can I pick them up all together? Probably. Nope. Oh wait, okay. Yes. So that's it for my acquisitions, the ones that I can actually show you at least, because I think my next podcast there's going to be a lot of acquisitions because I went overboard. I've become addicted with hand-dyed yarn. That has become a thing and I can't be stopped. So there's definitely more coming in eventually. I don't know when, but there will definitely be more. Yeah, that's all I had to share. Thank you guys so much for watching. My first video is getting so many views. I'm genuinely just shocked that there's still more views coming in and I'm getting more subscribers. I think there's like, how many subscribers do I have? Like 209? To me, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot of subscribers and I'm just really shocked and grateful that people are actually watching my videos. But yeah, I'm so happy that you guys are watching and I hope you're really enjoying them. I tend to overthink what I'm saying and how I'm doing my videos. If you have any suggestions or feedback on how my videos are, if you'd prefer to see something for me to mention, I think eventually I am going to be making like kind of other small, shorter videos. If you guys are interested in that, let me know, or I could just stick with my podcasts. Yeah, that's all. I talked long enough. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment down below which you guys have been knitting on. I really enjoy seeing what everybody's knitting on. And yeah, that's all guys. I appreciate you watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye!